So the final topic today that we have to discuss with Khyaam is something called CIRCA Records, of which we have a Spotify, by the way, an introductory Spotify playlist, which you all will be linked to. You can check that out if you're just getting introduced to the label. Check out everything that they have to offer. But we have to ask, too, on top of everything else that you're doing, what motivated you to start your own record label? Because it's great, it's beautiful, but it does also seem like a lot of work as well.
Yeah, for sure. So CIRCA Recordings. By the way, just a random thing. CIRCA Records actually was a record label back in the day.
Oops.
You might be familiar with the it's the album Mezzanine. Why am I blanking on the band name? Who wrote the album Mezzanine? It was
I'm not sure if it's ringing a bell.
I can't believe I forgot that. I'm totally blanking on it, but it's a pretty well-known band, whatever. But CIRCA Records ended up dissolving or whatever, so the trademark became available. Mm-hmm. But we chose CIRCA Recordings. So the label's called CIRCA Recording.
Massive Attack.
Massive Attack, yes, thank you. God, I don't know why I completely brain fart, I guess. But yeah, so anyway, CIRCA Recordings. I guess the origin story behind that, super exciting. So it first started with, I met Christo Downs online, and Christo Downs, if you don't know who he is, he's actually, he's a extremely talented graphic designer who has just this innate understanding of aesthetics. He's a wonderful person. He's become a really great friend of mine over the past 3 or 4 years. And I first met him, I know I met him online. I don't remember exactly how the conversation started, but he had sent me an email where he was basically like, hey, I love your music, and I want to make a deal with you. And he was like, if you create another album, I will make your artwork for you. And I go, okay, that sounds pretty cool to me, because I checked out his work and I was like, oh yeah, this guy's awesome. And I had been making like my own artwork, so for the first 2 albums that I did, I made the artwork for them because I didn't know a graphic designer at all. And I made it just, shooting some nature photos with like a 35mm SLR camera and editing it with like phone apps and just putting text on it. So that was my way of making artwork for the first 2 releases. But yeah, so anyways, a bunch of phone conversations later, which ultimately amounted to me and Christo meeting in person in Los Angeles, which is where he's based. It just kind of became part of our conversation. Like, every now and again, we would sort of talk about like how cool it would be within this sort of genre of music to form a record label ourselves and to kind of just put our own sort of community. And so yeah, I mean, one thing led to another, and then eventually we decided to launch it at the beginning of 2020.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a really cool idea. I like the fact that there aren't a whole lot of record labels, I don't think, that focus on like your specific style of music and the music, like this almost like kind of contemporary classical idea, right? So it makes it really unique in that aspect. What do you hope to accomplish with this record label, or do you have any concrete goals that you want to share?
Yeah, for sure. So if you think about the actual name, CIRCA Recordings, CIRCA meaning sort of like in a approximately or roughly, sort of as a sort of a measurement of time, like circa 1990 or whatever. So we thought that was the perfect name of the sense, because what our goal is to represent a sound and aesthetic of a modern era, which kind of plays into this idea of the contemporary classical musical style, and also some electronic stuff too. So yeah, I mean, I guess like what our main mission is and what our main goal is to represent a sound and an aesthetic of a modern era, art and music that is happening right now in this time and space.
It's cool. It's super cool. Mission statement. I love that.
Yeah.
Right? If there's any, because we do get a lot of bands and musicians and like people who are in creative fields who listen to this podcast, and I know for a fact that they would probably want me to ask this: how does, if somebody is, for example, a musician, creator, in this genre, do you guys take applications from different groups, or is it a specifically you go out and you search for the artists?
Who's your A&R guy?
Right.
Who do we gotta call?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, both Christo and I would be considered A&R people. You know, we're a small operation still, so it is everything is run by Christo and myself at this moment. But yeah, I mean, if somebody's interested in label, you know, maybe they have something that they think that we would like, you could email us at info@circarecordings.com. That's kind of how we direct everybody just that email, because it keeps our lives organized as well, because Christo does a lot of different things, and so do I. But yeah, info@circarecordings.com, and we'll check it out, and if it's something that we like, then you'll probably hear a reply back from us.
Yeah, sounds good.
And if you don't get a reply, then you suck, and you should give up music for the rest of your life.
Oh my god. Kidding.
I
kid. Although, one small tangent, if you don't get a reply back right away, understand that this is like Khyaam just said, it's still a small run operation. You know, maybe check back in a week or so, maybe, if they haven't listened to it. Just because I know that there's, from speaking to other people who do either like what we do, a podcast or a recording label, or just I know some people in the news industry now. Sometimes people just get bogged up.
Right.
Don't take it personally if someone doesn't respond back to you right away.
Exactly.
Try again, and if it's still a no-go, then maybe it really is a no-go. But give another shot and be a little patient with it.
What we're really trying to say is get off our ass. We'll get to you.
Small PSA for everyone sending us our stuff. We just rebooted this podcast again. We love seeing your submissions, but also we will get back to them. Please don't get mad at us if we don't respond right away.
Take off your coat, stay a while!
Like listening to new music? Want to know a band before they get popular? Tune into the Underbelly Hours, Sunday nights at 6 p.m. on WRSC 88.7 FM, and discover the best of local unsigned musicians. Don't miss out on the next big thing.